Hey guys, it's your boy MKS here, back with another video. I did try and upload it a bit earlier, but unfortunately I had to go down and find a charger for my laptop because it was running out of charge. So there's the whatever it's called, the battery charger thing, whatever, um, very well described by myself, was downstairs. So because I can't get the plug into the socket up here. So anyway, that trivial stuff. But yeah, so I had to go and charge the laptop again downstairs, and then come back up, and otherwise I was going to run out of battery. So that's one of the annoying things about laptops, I suppose. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so I thought I'd do a bit of a prediction, or match preview rather, about for the game tonight, for the Italy-England game tonight, of course. And as I've said in some of my previous videos, for those who haven't seen it, I got to admit I'm an Italy fan. I've been an Italy fan for quite a long time, so those who have followed my channel for a while will probably know that, most likely. I've mentioned it a few times, but I hope I don't get beaten up because I do live in England, so I've probably got to keep a low profile. I tried to ensure I didn't go out today, or if I did, like in case I accidentally wore one of my Italy tops. My dad and some other people normally lecture me about wearing my Italy top when England playing, like, even if Italy is playing another team or England's playing another team. They're like, oh, there's so many people out there who are not the best sort of basically hooligans or thugs or whatever, who won't take it lightly. Even when England played Germany in 2010 or something like that, I wore my Italy top, and he said, oh, because we went to the pub. I wasn't expecting to go to the pub. I was thinking I was going to go back home. But anyway, so I should be careful. But some fans are all right, but some maybe not. So and I know that happens in different countries. Like in Italy itself, some areas, unfortunately, you probably couldn't wear a rival team's top, which I disagree with. I think it's something I don't agree with, like football hooliganism. I agree with like banter, taking the mick out of each other a little bit, having a bit of a laugh, but I don't agree with hooliganism or anything like that from any fans, really, whether it's England, Germany, or Italy. But anyway, I'm waffling, so I want to get onto the topic of this video, which is like a match preview, possibly a prediction if I dare make one. I'm not a gambling man, so I think all this talk before the game, it's like, it makes things interesting. It'd be boring if they didn't have that stuff, but I think the main thing is how they perform on the day. So I'm a bit nervous, I got to say. I think England's got a really good team, I got to admit. Very fast, got quite young, fast players, and they could get at our defenders and cause a lot of problems. I'd be shocked if Italy run away with it. I'm sure England will give us a very good game, dare I say. And I think it could be a close game. I'm hoping Italy don't get absolutely battered, because that would be embarrassing, but I suppose I'd have to take it on the chin, so to speak. But I'm not one for predictions. Part of me thinks we could absolutely get ripped here, choosing my words carefully. But obviously I hope it won't happen. I think it would be interesting if we do absolutely thrashing. I doubt it. I think for some reason I think either England will win or it will be a close game, and Italy might just edge it. I don't know why, but even though this Italian team is attacking, I just think England's got a very youthful young side. Funny enough, they've got a youthful side full of players who can run and they've also got a mix of experience as well. What I think is quite interesting is I think both teams have probably been the best throughout the tournament, throughout the Euros. So it's probably quite a fair thing that they get to the final. But football's a bit cruel. So one team's obviously, unfortunately, got to go home without a trophy, go home empty-handed. And some people say the finalists will be, the beaten finalists will be forgotten. So I do hope Italy will win, and if we don't, I hope we don't embarrass ourselves. And even if we do get thrashed, I hope we will learn from it and develop for the World Cup next year or for the future. I was talking about it on Facebook, and some people say I'm already surrendering, or they were saying something about Italy are retreat specialists, and some people saying I hope we really rip England. Some England fans were saying I really hope we rip Italy apart and things like that and really defeat them. So that has made me like, whereas before I would probably say kind of may the best team win, which I hope they do. I hope the best team does win. I hope it won't come to a referee's decision. I hope that it'll be a fair game, and it will be the best team that wins, not a referee's decision or whatever, or an official's decision. But yeah, I'm not sorry, going back to my original point about being about predicting the game, something tells me like it could be like a very close game, 1-1 or something like that, and then it could go to extra time or penalties. Hopefully Italy's more recent games, we as a fan have improved quite a lot on penalties. So in the past, penalties would really scare me, but I think England have a very bad record against penalties. But both countries have improved, so that would be difficult. But hopefully, that would be very. It's a cruel way to decide a game. To be honest, I felt really sorry for Spain when we beat them in the semi-final on penalties. I think they were. If I'm honest, I think I contradict my point I made a bit before about Italy being the best team Italy and England being the best two teams. But I think in that game, Spain were better. They were better at keeping possession. They created a lot of chances. They just weren't ruthless enough up front. And possibly Italy's experience saw us through. So hopefully that will kind of see us through tonight. Again, I hope it'll be. Obviously, I hope Italy don't get absolutely whacked. But again, hopefully we'll learn for the future. And I don't think I can make a prediction, but I will say that I think both teams have been the best so far and have got so much in common. And for one thing, they've both got a mix of youth and experience. And another thing is that they've both been improving and things like that, and have been the best teams throughout the tournament. Like defensively, England's only conceded one, and Italy's conceded 2 or 3, but it's still two of the best defensive records. But it is worrying that Italy did struggle against Austria and against Spain. So, and I think we're missing Spinazzola quite a lot. But hopefully the team can win it for him and Vialli and Mancini. Mancini, the man at the moment. So hopefully he can continue that story of turning this team around. Because the big story is Mancini turned the team around. I think both Mancini and Vialli have been working together to turn this team around from the failures of 2018, where we didn't even qualify for the World Cup. So. Hopefully they can continue that story into not just now but into the future. So obviously I hope Italy will win. Most importantly, I think hopefully we'll learn for the future and develop young players. And yeah, it could be it could be down to a mistake, unfortunately, or it could be like 1 or 2 goals in it, or whatever. Whoever keeps their nerves better. So on that note, I think if Italy presses England, and I think Italy's got to play in England's half, in my opinion. If they invite the team on to and then try and defend, because of the aging defence, I think it will be tough because of England's pace. And Italy don't have those fast defenders we used to have, like Maldini or Nesta or Cannavaro, could read the game. Well, they could read the game, but they're not as fast as those players. So they work well as a unit, but it will be hard to defend against them. So I think Italy should go and attack and maybe draw a few fouls as well, so we don't give away too many fouls or yellow cards, because that could be a difference. Obviously, a player getting sent off could be the difference, or even just yellow cards and people getting nervous about having to make tackles or whatever. I think both teams dive, really. I don't think any team could blame the other and say that, have a go at the other about diving, because I think that would be very hypocritical. But yeah, I think Italy should play and try and press England, and hopefully, because Italy is a bit of a warmer country, they'll be able to handle if it does get hot. I don't think it's a very hot day today in Wembley, so where I live, it's not too far from London, to be honest. It's a couple of hours away, but it's 2 or 3 hours most, I think. But it's not that hot. But if it picks up a bit in heat, which I doubt because it's evening, hopefully that will favour Italy because of the fact that Italians are hopefully used to the warmth a little bit more. But yeah, so I think definitely Italy should play in England's half and try and draw fouls rather than give them away. Try and make sure they don't give too many fouls away, especially not in the in their own area, in their own half, and also put them under pressure, because the home crowd, if Italy does play and doesn't concede a goal early on and does go into England's half and maybe even score a goal, whether on the run of play or whatever, or maybe even flukes a goal or whatever, then, or even scores a brilliant goal from Chiesa or someone, it will mean that England will have to, they could get a bit restless. As someone's saying, the crowd could have nervous energy which goes onto the pitch against players, and maybe Italy could feed off that. And as England gets more nervous, maybe Italy could become more into the game. And one of the things I think I forgot to mention was, I think some are not being too bad, but I think a lot of England fans have been really arrogant. Like, saying that they're definitely going to win and they hope they thrash Italy, and all these negative things about Italy and other teams as well. And I think that's a bit arrogant. Like, hopefully pride will come before a fall. And I know Italy could probably be a bit arrogant, but I don't think they've been as arrogant in this game. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a good game, and hopefully whatever the score is, I'll just enjoy it. Try not to get too nervous or have a hot attack or anything like that. I shouldn't joke about that, probably. But yeah, I think it could be a very difficult. It is going to be a difficult game, I'm sure, for Italy. I doubt we'd run away with it. You never know, but maybe an early goal. England will have their nerves tested. Maybe test Pickford in goal for England. So see if he's up for it, and maybe if he makes mistakes or starts getting nervous, giving away the ball. I hope the Italian team also keeps the ball well, and is a bit more clinical in front of goal, like hits the targets. That's the main thing. And test, see if Pickford is good enough in goal. Maybe he'll make a mistake, or maybe when he's trying to, with his distribution, he might be a bit nervous. So I hope that will help Italy. And obviously, again, if the crowd goes against England, like, or if it starts getting restless, rather, then if they could feed off that, and also like if people start booing or whistling or whatever from the crowd or making noise, then I think the Italian players should use it to sort of say that, not let it get to them, but allow the pressure to mount on England, just like, say, Germany might have done in Euro 96. So anyway, I hope it will be a peaceful game and people will stay safe and behave themselves, and not disrespect each other too much, or not like do stupid things like burn each other's flags or boo each other's anthems or stuff like that, stupid stuff like that. It doesn't really help your team, probably, really. If anything, it probably makes the other team more angry and determined. And also, I hope Italian fans will behave, and England fans as well. And yeah, I can't think of much else. But yeah, if Italy does get into England's half, puts pressure on them, the crowd will actually go against them. It will put pressure on the England players who don't have a huge amount of experience. So that could be a difference. And also Pickford in goal, if he does make a few mistakes with his distribution, or even like just lets in a goal or something like that, and his confidence goes down a bit, we could test him, and he might think it's not his night, so he might drop his head, and that could be a difference. But yeah, again, I hope Italy doesn't get absolutely battered, and I hope we give a good account of ourselves, no regrets, and I really hope we win, if at all possible, if I'm honest. And especially because I think England fans have been a bit leery and saying it's coming home and all this sort of stuff, and being presumptuous. I won't mind them saying, like, I hope we win, obviously, but I think the way they've gone on about it is a bit arrogant, in my opinion. Maybe Italian fans have been the same, I don't know, but I've not really heard any Italian fans who I think have been that arrogant. But I know this video has dragged on, so I'd love to hear your score predictions, and I am out. Peace and love.